Hi everybody, I'm Jen with Caketastic Cakes. I'm going to make some pumpkin bread and I figured why not share it with you guys because it's very easy. It makes 2 full loaves and it is delicious with cream cheese. So you got to set your oven to 350, which I've already done, and you just start mixing stuff together. And normally I add raisins to it, but I'm going to add craisins this time. So you start with 2/3 of a cup of shortening. This is a shortening recipe, not a butter recipe. I don't know what would happen if you use butter, honestly. I'm sure the world would not explode. And then you're going to add a ton of sugar, 2 2/3 cups of sugar, and then cream them together. I'm going to give this a minute. All right, it's mostly creamed together, so I'm calling it good enough. Now I'm going to add 4 eggs. I'm going to add them one at a time, and I'm going to drop them in here first so I can check for shells, because you don't want to eat shells when you're going through all this work. Over the shoulder. Second egg. Third egg. And my last egg. Okay, so now it's all creamed up together and it's very pretty. I'm going to add my 2 cups of pumpkin puree. This is pure pumpkin. It is not pumpkin pie filling. It is 100% pumpkin. 2 cups right into the bowl. And then mix it in. And it makes it a really pretty color. Okay, now it kind of looks like barf or diarrhea or something like that, but that's okay. It's supposed to look this way. Get out of here, Jericho. And now I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of water. So we've got a very moist batter so far. This is pre-measured. I'm going to give it just a minute and then I'm going to scrape it. Okay, I'm going to now add in 3½ cups of flour, a little at a time until I get too impatient, and then I dump the rest. Just keeping it real. Once you start adding the flour, it really starts to look like something that you're supposed to be making and not just this mottled goop. And it tastes so good. It's probably all the sugar. But this is something I make all fall and winter long. It's so good. It's dessert, it's breakfast, it's whatever you want it to be, a snack. I'm going to give it another scrape. You can see how much thicker it is now. Don't wag your tail at me. I see you. I know you're cute. Okay, more cleaning up to do later. All right, now we're going to add our rising agents and then our seasonings. So I'm going to get 2 teaspoons baking soda. There's 1. Make sure they're level. 2. I just kind of sprinkle them around as I add them. Then we're going to be using 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm sorry, 1½ teaspoons of salt. If you want it, I don't add it, but go ahead if you want to. But I am going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Again, I just kind of sprinkle it a little as I go. I'm sure it matters. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, it just doesn't fit. I hate it when the spoon doesn't fit inside the opening of the jar. But I've got my oblong ones, so that'll work. So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, I kind of sprinkle it around so I get impatient. I mentioned that. And then 1 teaspoon of ground clove. Oh, baby. This is where it really starts to smell good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to give it just a moment to mix. I'm going to scrape it, mix it up a little bit more by hand just because it's becoming a lot, and then add the raisins. Kind of do. All right, so there it is. Very pretty. Gonna add my raisins now. You're supposed to add 2/3 of a cup of raisins or whatever it is you're using. I add a hearty cup because I like them and it's mine, so I can do what I want. And I don't have raisins, like I said, so I'm using craisins. I would assume it's going to be just delicious. You know, they're craisins after all. And just toss them in. If they're a little sticky, you know, give it a minute. Let it spin around. See how it turns out. You might need to break them up by hand, not by hand, with your spatula if they're not mixing in as nicely. But this seems to be doing just fine. Oh, Jericho, it smells so good. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. You say hi. There you are. Yes. All right. This is now ready to go in its pans. And like I said, you need 2 full-size loaf pans. So this is a wonderful recipe. If you're going to someone's house, you want to bring dessert or snack or, you know, a little something, keep one for yourself. You bring one with you. It works out. Because you're not just giving it all away if you don't want to. All right. Yeah, there you go. Shinichi's going to go bark at them. Okay, so nice and lumpy. Got my 2 very different full loaf pans that I've greased with just some vegetable shortening. Move that out of the way. Fill my pans. Try to divide it in half as evenly as you can. And then you're going to bake it for about an hour. So keep your nose peeled for when it's done. It usually takes a little bit longer for me. I don't have the most exact oven in the world because my mean husband won't fix the thermostat on it. Yeah, we've been here 20 years and that thermostat's been broken for like 17 of them, I think. Something stupid like that. All right, so into the oven they go. See you in an hour, little loaves of bread. Okay, it took a little bit longer than an hour. It took like an hour and 10 minutes, but they are beautiful and they are golden brown. And I'm gonna let them sit in the pan for a little bit before I tip them out and then cut them and eat them. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe because it helps me out as well. If you saw me using any tools or supplies that you yourself could use, if you take a look in the description below, there's a link to my Amazon shop. So it helps me, you know, make a little bit more money out of this whole thing. So that would be helpful too. I also have a ton of other recipe videos as well as cake decorating and decorations. So be sure to take a look. And as always, thanks for watching Caketastic Cakes.